Welcome to the weekly recap. It's Rick and Kseniya back for week number 22 recap. What a week. How are you doing, Kseniya?
Well, I'm doing great. I mean, first, it's 22. I mean, like the number of the recap, it's really good number. But apart from that, I believe that's Veeam time. I bet that's the same for you as well.
Yeah, and for the listeners, watchers, Mrs. KZ and I are working diligently on Veeam, and that, it's like that's what's going on. That rhymes. But it's like, at least for me, 2 hours of every day up until the event or more goes to Veeam, and I'm sure it's the same for you. So, we just launched the page, right? So people can sign up.
Exactly. Yeah, so currently people can go and find Google Veeam and find registration page. So I encourage everyone to go and do that if you haven't yet.
All right, so since this is the recap and this is kind of an exclusive community, I'm going to spill some secrets. This is why people need to go to Veeam. One, we're going to do a CDP workshop. Rasmus, one of our best trainers, a 75-minute end-to-end session on how to set up.
Oh, yeah, that's some secrets indeed.
Secrets. Yeah, we're going to have Ghost Dev with a 75-minute I don't know how that's going to go, by the way. We're just going to let Anton have 75 minutes to do whatever he wants. And then we're going to have some container stuff, some Kubernetes stuff. We're going to have some demos, some breakouts. So we're adjusting this format. We're going to pull it off, Kseniya. I know we will.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so while we're talking about Veeam and doing our Veeam stuff, I can assure you that community was busy this week. So let me share with you some content, some highlights of the week, okay? All right, so I'm gonna start with this one delivered by Melissa. I mean, I think this is the first time we highlight her post, but I just wasn't able to skip it. This is awesome. This is about recovery ways with Veeam Disaster Recovery Orchestrator version 4, including Veeam CDP replicas with some videos on how to do, different things. I mean, I love it.
Yeah, VMIS is rocking it here. So she's taken a specialization on our team for the Orchestrator product. And I'm convinced, Kseniya, this is the year. Orchestrator is going to really blossom. And we actually have some good data internally that's indicating that that's the case. But watch out here, especially around responding to ransomware now that CDP is in there. This is a big deal for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of Melissa Veeam 33, so you know that. So.
Yeah, well, me too. I mean, she's on my team. I love me some VMIS. And if you ever get chatting with her, call her Michelle. See how that goes.
Okay, I think we're ready for the next one. And the next two, they actually were published in discussion boards. But Rick, this is a gem. Mm-hmm. So Paul Preben published his first post, and this is about monitoring of V11 updates. So he's sharing some site, it's called Visual Ping, which is super helpful,
Yeah, so Preben, former Veeam employee, is a Vanguard now. Really, really sharp person. He was arguably, it was a sad day when he left, but he went on to his own business and he's still doing Veeam stuff. He's just not one of our architects anymore. But Preben is sharing this way to subscribe to updates. This is great. I mean, I could use this for things other than Veeam too, like any tool that you use, which is a nice setup for the next tab.
Yeah. So basically, and again, for the first time, I wasn't sure whether I have to, move this topic into blogs, because that's basically discussion. But we know what to do. He put together different infrastructure tools that you can use in various environments. And this is kind of a knowledge base of tools that he's using. So he's sharing with us his experience, but at the same time, you may find in comments some additional tools that our community members just, sharing with their vNode42 and the rest of community.
Yeah, this is very helpful. Big shout here, vNode. This is awesome. But the one I like is the one you have in the middle here, MOBA term. That is a big deal. So, this is my learning journey. I've done a lot with PuTTY, when I had to, but nowadays with all the new Veeam stuff, I'm in PuTTY every day. I'm in PuTTY all the time. And something like Mobaterm really feels a lot like Remote Desktop Connection Manager, which I think I'm going to go and drop that in as my contribution to this list, because that's something I think we could add to it. But yeah, this is a really good list of stuff. So +1 Wolfgang.
Yeah, so call to action here to all listeners, just go to this blog post and, add any tools that probably you're using and probably that are not listed here, right? Okay, so I think we're ready for the last. And Rick, hey, we're breaking the rule again. I'm sorry,
No,
I just can't handle it.
The new rule is that we're always going to break the rule. Agreed?
Agreed. Okay, and so this delivered by Geoff. His love to Kubernetes. Everyone knows already, I think, and he's sharing Kubister. I know that you wanted to share a bit more on this thing, so Rick, stage is yours. Please let us know what's in this.
We were chatting about this, Mrs. KZ. It's like, well, does this fit? Should we keep it in? And I'm like, yeah, this is a big deal. Kubester is an open source project that has just been put out on GitHub there by Kasten, right? Kasten was acquired by Veeam last year, and Geoff has some interest in the Kubernetes space. But Kubester is going to be a really versatile tool to assess the performance of what you're going to do. This is very helpful. Let me just kind of walk into the problem it solves, Kseniya, and this will help make sense. I'm going to run Kubernetes on this environment, whether it's in the cloud with some of the different disk options, or on premises, maybe even just on the Linux on my laptop. But if I deploy a massive containers app, it may or may not have the storage to deliver what the app needs. This is a tool that'll help you have some visibility into that. Guess what? Before you deploy.
Oh,
yeah. So this
that sounds cool.
Yeah. So if those of you are looking for, on your journey, this is a tool that is going to be part of it. In fact, little secret, after Veeam, I'm going to start my Kubernetes learning journey as well. So,
so we can expect more, something from you as well here.
Sure. Yeah. So big shout out there, Geoff. This is a big tool, and it's a big deal. So I think this is going to be something that we'll be watching for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So shout out to everyone who got highlighted this week. So to sum up, we got lots of cool content. We have Veeam registration page open. Go there, get registered. I know that there is some swag for those who get registered before April 22nd.
Are you serious? I did not even know that.
Yeah. So I will leave a link to registration page in this Veeam community recap post. And I think that's it from my side. Anything to add, Rick?
No, just have a great weekend, everyone. And thank you so much, Kseniya, for curating this and putting it together. Everyone appreciates it for sure.
See you in community.